what shall we tackle today? Alright, doing a little yard maintenance. So, look at my dianthus. Remember my video on deadheading? These were looking awfully sad, and now they are coming back. They're starting to bloom again. My chard is still taking off. My eggplant starting to grow. This other one is looking a bit sad, but hopefully it'll do whatever it's gonna do. Sweet potatoes over there. Now my ginger is gone back to being kind of dead. Yeah. Look, I have got peppers, cayennes. I think these are sweet cayenne. I don't know. I want spicy so that I can pickle them. And I've got a giant jalapeno here, which is just now starting to bud. And let's see. Sorry, I had to run away. So, side garden. Finally, I did something with it. So, cardboard down for weed suppression. I pulled as much as I can, but you guys, I'm not trying to be out here just pulling weeds all the time. It's not good for your back, and my shoulder is still messed up. And as long as there's cardboard and it's free, throw that cardboard down. As you can see, throw some mulch over it. You can't even tell there's cardboard. Obviously, I'm not finished, but yeah, the pine straw completely hides it. And as weeds come up, you can pull them. Eventually, they'll just die off and the weeds just kind of give up. That's the kind of same method with the no-dig method. You suppress and just do a little bit of weeding when you need to. So I wanted to update you guys on that because I'm like, you know what? I can't just leave it like that. My lilies are beautiful. They had all those weeds and stuff growing alongside of the house. So I don't know if I'm going to put anything over here. It's a little bit shady, but maybe some hostas would look really nice over here. And eventually this whole carport situation we've got going on. So as you can see, the previous owners put these rocks here. I don't know if they did that for decor or what. But yeah, well, this whole thing needs to be enclosed. We've got birds roosting in here. They're constantly pooping on the cars. There's baby bird nests all in here. Just birds constantly. To the point where we just kind of park out there, which is the whole purpose of having a carport, to have shelter for your car. But no one wants to keep spraying their car off with bird poop. So if you look at the driveway here, it's old. It definitely has not been redone. So I'm thinking over in this area over here, I want to put some green giant arborvitae. Did I say that right? Just for some more privacy. And it's just so flat out here. You know, there's like no trees. So it'd be great to have some landscaping here. And we need some kind of windbreak because the wind comes easterly and from the west, and it's strong. And luckily, you know, our barn here is kind of blocking some of that wind from the garden, but this area out here just gets hit. So anyway, talking about the driveway. So we've got these giant pine trees, which, you know, I'm going to eventually have to get them trimmed up because they are dropping pine cones all over the driveway. And I've cleaned this up before. I've come out here and raked and swept them up, and there is just tons of them. I mean, tons. You can see just from erosion here So the entire driveway needs to be done. I got to do some pricing on that. Sorry, but I am not that big of a homesteader where I am going to do my own driveway. However, hubby says that he wants to do a concrete landing pad up here for the cars. And he wants to do that himself. Which, you know what? I may let him do that, but asphalt is something completely different. So, anyway, there's just a little update on what's going on. I've been talking about this little side area here since we bought the place, and finally I feel like I'm getting to a place to do something with it. The garden is just full speed ahead. It's just growing. Now I'm just maintaining, harvesting, and trying to keep bugs off of it, and then figure out what I'm going to do for my fall planting. Tomatoes are coming in finally, and I might plant some determinants because I don't have any determinate tomatoes. All of these are just like tomatoes for the season, but you know what? They're going to be so good when they come in. But yeah, so there is just a little update on some of the maintenance that I've been doing. Peach trees, harvesting, and yeah, I'm gonna do a video on these pallets, but guys, I've got to do painting. I want a white fence, but that's another video. Okay, here's my finished side yard. I'm thinking I might put my potted plants over here, and I might grow some hostas along the side of the house. But you can still see the cardboard sticking out, but as the cardboard disintegrates, I'm just going to throw more pine straw on top and just kill and smother every last piece of weed and grass that's in there. So, I can't imagine having to have dug all this. It's red dirt, red clay. All of my plants. I lucked out over here with where I have everything growing because they had garden cloth down. And it was actually easy to dig through, and there was a lot of soil amendment underneath there from pine straw breaking down. But yeah, that other side was just so overgrown, but yay, I'm so happy. Now I'm get to a chance to tackle this fence, and I want to stop leaving the hose out. We actually have a place to hang the hose, but I use it daily. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I don't want to have to keep lugging it out, unraveling it, putting it back, dragging it out to the garden. So anywho, I'm sure I'll come up with something, but yay. I'm glad I got this accomplished because it is birthday weekend, and I'm not going to be doing any work for quite some time if I can help it, at least for a week. So, all right, yeah, pretty soon, gonna pack up the car and head down to the Gulf. So, sad news. The baby birds in my bush by my back door here, I just found them. I looked in the nest and I didn't see them there. They were there yesterday afternoon, and you know, before I went to bed I saw them, and then I came home this afternoon. I've been out in the garden and I looked and I'm like, well, they were a little young to leave the nest. And then I just looked and I found them. It was both of them just on the ground. And it didn't look like any sign of that they had been gotten to by a predator or anything. I don't know if they fell out of the nest or I don't know. There's no sign that anything else could have happened, so I really don't know what happened, but it kind of sucks because I don't know. I know everything's not my fault, but I'm like, if a hawk saw them, or, well, I guess if a hawk saw them, there wouldn't even be a body, right? They would have been eaten and taken off somewhere, but maybe they wouldn't have fallen out if, you know, I hadn't cleared the bush so much. I don't know. I just feel responsible. Like I said, I did my best to hide them pretty well, and you know, the birds are coming back and feeding them on a regular. So anyway, it just bums me out. I buried them because the ants were trying to get to them. They had already started getting to them. But I guess this stuff, you know, happens. In the spring, I do see baby birds sometimes. You know, you see them in the park when they've fallen out of a tree, and, you know, they're already gone at that point. But, yeah, I don't like it. It just breaks my heart. All that hard work, you know, mama birds are raising kids, you know, they're doing their thing, and it's hard work. And, and their lives, you know, just their little lives. So anyway, I'm bummed out. I'm gonna stop here.